We were teased on this a while ago, and when that date for the teaser finally hit, it ended up being a trailer for another trailer. I was starting to get annoyed and could only think this had better be worth it. Of course it was worth it! Persona 5 Royal is gonna be wild! We're getting a new opening and ending theme, and from what I've heard from the trailer, the former already sounds so good! More content, so much more content, little details, a new character? And she's hot! Atlas, you're bringing out 2 banging remasters this year, and nobody's getting tired of it. Kudos to you all! Oh. I don't know what I was expecting here. I don't know if I was expecting anything at all. I had said in my recent video discussing the idea of a Persona 5 remaster that I thought it was most likely, but I still wasn't fully convinced that it was gonna be a thing. Because to be honest, I was split on whether the game needed one at all. This is why that video was organized the way it was. I really could have leaned either way and been okay with the outcome. But that was then, and I was a fool then. Persona 5 Royal has been announced as the previous entry's Golden Edition, and I'm so happy with what I've seen. I mean, how can anyone not be happy after seeing a smile like this? But, oh, we'll get to her. For now, let's talk about the less significant aspects of this remaster. Not only am I hyped for a brand spanking new opening from our girl Lynn, but new music in general. Persona 5 bounces back and forth with Persona 3 as my favorite soundtrack in the series, so it pleases me to know that we'll be getting even more. Persona 4 Golden added a new battle theme on top of the memorable Reach Out to the Truth, so I can't wait to see what they come up with here, as well as new songs entirely for brand new scenarios. Speaking of those, more scenes of the characters just hanging out. That's awesome! One of the things that bothered me was a lack of fun, non-story driven moments between the characters. That was one of the biggest reasons why I felt this cast fell one tier short of Persona 4's. I felt like the story was so freaking long that I didn't give themselves enough time to implement fun moments for the cast, or maybe they didn't think of it, I don't know. Either way, that's looking to change, and I couldn't be happier. Does that mean the story and runtime of the game will be even longer than the beast it already was? Yeah, but I mean, who cares? This game's tight, make it go on forever for all I care. Plus, you can take the Velvet Twins to Disneyland. Do you hear any complaints? Yeah, I didn't think so. Along with pointless yet fun scenes for the characters, it looks like they're gonna have more characterization in general. I loved the texting scenes that took place in the game, but a lot of it unfortunately acted as exposition. Glad to see that the characters will send selfies to each other and maybe even reflect on past times? Just want more scenes where they aren't talking about the plot, guys. That's all I want in life. What I didn't know I wanted were new character portraits. Nice change and attention to detail. Love to see it. Oh, and thank you for bringing back the team attacks. Was pretty surprised at their absence, but I missed them and you answered my prayers. Bless you all. With all these additions and tweaks, it makes me wonder if they'd change anything else to a greater extent. While I'm not holding my breath or anything, there are a couple of things I would want changed. Like that stupid plot point of Morgana leaving the party and acting all moody. What was up with this? Nobody likes this part of the game. Heck, you could spend more time characterizing Haru instead of giving pointless conflict between the characters. I'm all for party members not always agreeing and even fighting, but this was too far and an unneeded part of the story. Not to mention out of character for a couple of them. Especially when the story's this long, you can't afford to have needless moments like this. Give Haru more time than the freaking month she gets for her whole character so I can be more interested in her. I'm hoping Haru gets much more screen time than she did in Vanilla because she kinda got screwed over, let's be real. I like her, but I wanna love her. So let me do that, Atlas. To be honest, a lot of things at the end regarding the story and whatnot felt rather weak compared to everything else. I hear this game's final acts being described as poorly paced and as if the game was trudging along at this point after how long it had been going. And I can kinda see that. Right after Akechi is revealed to be the villain, the next time you see him is your final encounter with him, meaning that a lot of his villainy was dependent on the twists surrounding him, which wasn't too hard to figure out if you paid attention to a slip-up, and I get that the game knew this and didn't focus so much on the whodunit part of the mystery, but if that was the case, you should have given Akechi more time to show us his villainy. A lot of his actions are implied or told to us, but I'd love to see him in his villainous persona more than we did. They also might save him, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. We had some great discussion about this on Twitter, and because of all this, I wouldn't be entirely against the idea of him being saved, but I don't want him to get off scot-free. Him dying after murdering dozens of people was the justice he deserved for doing what he did, and getting thrown in jail for a bit only to join up later for all the fun winter events would feel so cheap. If it were up to me, I'd say give him more time with the party so his sacrifice and eventual betrayal would hit that much harder. Also show him going down instead of his death being off screen too. I just don't want his ending to change because I feel like dying while protecting the party as his final act and quote-unquote redemption was perfect, and it would feel so lame to change that. And let's have people notice and react to him being missing. Poor guy was given a throwaway line and that's it? Nah man, Akechi made an impact on the public. He should be given more than that. Also, I don't know if this was just me, but after Shido, stuff kept happening left and right. You beat Shido, dope. But now the world is acting all weird. Igor is revealed to be the villain. You've got to band together and stop him. Oh no, you failed. Regroup, try again. He saved the world, but you're going to jail. Months fly by, Valentine's Day, end of game. That was way too much. Judging by the trailer and a New Year event, some of this is gonna get changed and hopefully be paced better. I'm curious to see exactly how they do this. My idea would be saving the Igor twist for later and giving the characters a couple of months of chill time. Let's also bring back the third tier personas, because much like the team attacks, that seemed like a weird thing to omit. It seems like the metaverse won't be destroyed during the winter season, so who knows? That'd be a cool thing to bring back. I think some confidants could use a bit of work too. Makoto, as much as I love her, didn't get much of a focus in her own social link, which seems backwards to me. For the characters whose social links didn't focus so much on them rather than someone else, let's shift the focus to, well, them. It's their social link after all. Okay, let's talk about more cool new things again. More story? Hello? It's reported that a voice in the trailer translated to something about stolen dreams, which would make sense for a new arc to add to the game. We can delve deeper into our party members' thoughts, much like Persona 4 Golden Shadows, which would be super cool. Not to mention that explains so much of the weird crap going on, like Wakaba just chilling with Futaba and Sojiro, and human Mangana. Alright, who decided to make him hot? This would be great to add during the new winter months I'm assuming we're getting, much like the previous definitive entry. That was fun to just hang out with characters in and solve Marie's problems, I guess, but having a narrative driving force as well would keep things more interesting. It's kinda crazy how a game this long could keep my interest even longer, but hey, be like that. Also, the new counselor guy looks kinda cool. I'm guessing he's gonna be the jester Hunger Arcana while consuming his ion, so that's good stuff. Anyway, can I talk about her now? We're good? Alright. I love her. I think I've got a new best Persona 5 girl, guys. Look at her. She's beautiful. Her design with special shoutouts to her red hair. She's a gymnast. Her Phantom Thief outfit. Oh, nope, wait, I don't like it. It looks too similar to Joker and Queen, don't you think? Not to mention she literally has the exact same mask as Makoto. How did this get by? What the heck? Maybe if they change the color at least? Purple? Hot. Either way, this is one thing I can get over, and the design does grow on me as more time passes by. Not sure why people are so bent over backwards due to her showing skin, but oh wait, females can't show skin or they'll be shamed. My bad, guys, I forgot. Silly me. This girl just looks so great and interesting. Atlas, you're doing great things. Please keep it up. And port Persona 4 Gold into the Switch. What's the holdup? While I wait for that to never happen, this will do just fine. Because from what we've been shown just in this one trailer, I believe this remaster is gonna be so much better than the original that it'll make the vanilla version almost obsolete. So many additions and changes, part of which we didn't even know we wanted, responses to criticism and tightening up what I believe to be one of the best JRPGs of the generation. Persona 5 Royal looks amazing, and I'm so looking forward to more information and eventually holding the game in my hands. I think by then I'd have a PS4 again, so I can't wait to have a fresh experience with a world and story I fell in love with. Persona 5 Royal. Man. Kinda bummed I got the name wrong. I made a whole video expecting a Persona 5 Crimson, but now I just look like an idiot. Oh well, at least I have Kasumi. Wait a second. Hello friends, thank you so much for watching the video all the way through. It helps YouTube like me more so my channel can grow, and it just means a lot to me. If you liked what you saw and want to support my channel further, I ask that you become a patron of mine for just $1 a month. It'll help me out a ton and get you day early privileges to all my future videos, creator notes where I blog my thoughts on each project released, a private Discord chat where we watch movies and play games, and access to the Revolutionary podcast. That being said, I'd like to thank those who are already my patrons right now. Thank you so much to Ben, Cleric Eric, Corbett, Florigrar, ForeverFizz8, Gaius, Gentleman Gamer, Jacob Horner, James V, Kimpy7, Michael Douglas, Mitchie, Neolab, Shadow the Cat, Tex-Mex, and Xenolith. I love you all, and I love you, the viewers, for giving me a look-see. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!